even if you didn't finish. So we're gonna have Hannah and Ben. Will you turn and talk and page back and look at some of your highlights? What were some of the adaptations you discovered? And then we'll have Gage and Katie. You guys turn and talk, and you can page back and forth so you can know where you found information here. All right, and share your adaptations. So what did you find, Katie?
11, I found some of the animals can wrap their tails around branches and swing through trees.
The giant anteater. So tell me more about that. What page are you on? Page 14. So if you want to, you can turn to page 14, Gage. That might help you kind of know about what she's looking at. And I'm going to page to page 14 as well.
And the tree frog has sticky toes that can help it climb.
Did you highlight that too?
I haven't highlighted.
Oh, you haven't highlighted that page. All right, so tell me again about the anteater. What was the adaptation for the anteater? Because all right, and if you've seen those ant hills, some of them are huge, right? So he needs those claws to dig in there. Ooh, yeah. Skinny head. He's also got claws. Great. Okay, what did you find, Gage?
Has spots that make it can fly.
What page did you get to?
14.
All right, so let's go back to page 14.
14.
Okay, so what did you find on page 14?
Also many members of the cat family. It says it uses long claws to dig into ants' nests.
Any other adaptations that you said, that you found? How does it get the ants? Because they're little and they're running around. So even if you...
Slow.
Is that what you found?
But it can still get, it can go upside down.
And a sticky tongue. So a long sticky tongue that reaches out, grabs them, and then drags them in. All right, good adaptation. All right, friends, let's come back together. Who's got something to share? Who found an interesting adaptation that you read about? Maybe something you didn't know about before. Anybody? Hannah, go ahead. What page are you on, honey?
12.
Page 12. So let's all turn to page 12. All right. All right. So what did you find? Tell us about what you read about.
The understudy is also home to many members of the cat family.
Okay, so cats live in that understory, don't they? So what's an adaptation that you would have to have if you're going to survive in that understory? Good girl to go back and look at the information in the text and look at those photographs because you can't memorize it the first time through, can you? Claws. So tell me more about the claws. Why would they need that to live in the understory? Right, because what is that understory? Let's go back one more page and look at that diagram. Right? So you see, where's the understory? What part of the forest is that? Is that the top or where's the
middle?
kind of in the middle, right? So that understory is kind of in the middle, just above the forest floor. So in thinking logically now, you're right, you would need claws because what might you have to be doing in this part of the forest?
Feeding and trying to survive.
Right.
So it needs claws to catch the prey.
That would be a great one. So the claws to catch the prey. Why else would they need those claws? What would they have to be doing? To climb up the tree, right? And to maybe jump from branch to branch, right? Excellent. So this diagram, you guys brought up something. I know a couple of you are cute to keep turning back to that diagram. And the reason it's there is just to use what we said. If you're reading along and you think, wait a minute, understory, where is that? What are we talking about? You simply page back to that diagram and then you can kind of think to yourself, oh, claws, okay, that makes sense because, right? So I want to encourage you as you're reading, particularly nonfiction, you may have to be paging forward and then paging back and then coming back. And a great strategies I saw all of you were rereading, right? And kind of going a little slower because it's not a Harry Potter book that you can kind of go quickly. You have to sort of take your time. And I noticed you guys were really thinking about, well, what do I already know about animals that kind of helps you make sense of what's happening there, right? Anybody else have anything to share? Yeah.
About the sloth.
Okay, tell me more.
The sloth has 6 red hairs.
Let's says the sloth, algae,
Grows on
green algae that grows on it. How do they use that green algae?
I hang it on the trees and with lettuce. It puts algae on it that grows on the skin to make it green.
Makes it look green, so it's a type of camouflage that it's using, right? And the algae probably likes it too, because what do you think the algae's getting off the sloth?
With dirt.
Maybe some food of some kind, right? So it's kind of, they help each other, right? Symbiosis, right? They help each other. Great. Nice work. We're going to keep doing some practice with knowing what's important here in the book. That's really what you were doing, is you're reading, you're determining importance. And so, how'd you like, was the book too hard, too easy, or just right? What do you think, guys? Just right? Yeah. Was it too hard? We could get some good information. We could start to, if we needed to write an animal report, we could start building some facts about animals. Nice work. Give your brain a kiss.